You're on a bit of a book tour.
Yes.
The kind of life it's been. How do you cram a career such as yours? It started off, back when you got to cover the moon landing all the way through to 9/11 and beyond. How do you cram all that into 368 pages?
With difficulty. But what you have to do, what I tried to do with this, I thought to myself, well, okay, people know, many of them had seen these events from the outside in. I'll do it from the inside out. So I talk about what it was like putting broadcasts together, especially 9/11, for example, which most of your viewers and listeners would remember that particular day.
And readers.
And readers, right, yeah, indeed. I look at it from being called in the morning, told to get in there, look at what was going on television, and for some reason had a late night the night before. So my wife, who saw this happening, she was visiting our daughters at the time, she saw the first building being hit in New York, the news of that, and she started calling me but couldn't wake me. So then the next round of calls came from the newsroom. They woke me up because they just hung with the phone and said, get your pants on and get in here because something big is happening in New York. So I looked at television. I couldn't believe it. I thought, I'm being wakened up. Am I in the middle of a nightmare here? Because we had never experienced anything like that, of course. So I'm tearing down. I get in there. The newsroom is very busy with activity. I go into the makeup room. We talk about what we're going to do. And that particular day, there was so much moving and not a lot of information coming from reliable sources. For example, the American government closed down all of its information activities for a large part of the early afternoon. Rather than say something that would upset people even more, they decided they'd go silent. So they went silent, and we were left with more or less, having to go on the air saying, we're getting information from one source now that a train has been hijacked. But remember, it's only one source. We'll get back to you on that. So I was constantly doing that for the first couple of hours. So what I was doing there, what I do in the book, is try to take people inside on those stories. Same with the Kennedy assassination in 1963. Same with the moon landing. Talking about going out onto the parking lot and pinching myself, saying, how can this little kid from Stratford with no post-secondary education be alive and living in this moment and talking to people about this enormously important historic event. Moments like that where I take my situation and move it forward so that people can feel what it was like for me on those big important days and those big important events.